welcome to the Dietitian Against Diets podcast show, Play to Win series. As I'm getting ready to go into my topic, I want to recognize a few organizations out here in the Midwest area. Midwest Dairy Council has a campaign called Undeniably Dairy, and what that stands for is sustainability produced in their milk products and undeniably delicious. Now, over the last couple of weeks, with the impact of the COVID-19, there has been over 124,000 schools have been closed, which has left over 30 million students without school meals and potentially going hungry. So Midwest Dairy has teamed up with an organization called Gen Youth, where they provide a $3,000 grant funding program to schools to help to address to where they can produce healthy foods and healthy meals within areas that are needed. I want you guys to, if you know any of schools that has that need, please share this, and so they can go to genyouth.org to get more information, or follow them on an Instagram and Facebook account called Gen U. Now, great organization, something well worth supporting, especially during these times. So, considering what we're going through, I call this topic putting your nutrition in check during the COVID season. The reason why I say this is because obviously with the impact that it's making on our lives, we are facing uncertainties. This is building anxiety. This is building fear. It's changing our world inside out right now. And so when it comes to nutrition, our nutrition kind of goes haywire with this. I would definitely say it's a natural response, but how can we kind of put things back in order to where our health isn't something that's compromised, and that we don't come out of this, way more or looking different than what we have intention to do. I also know when it comes to the extra burdens, that we're facing, outside of just the limitation of not being able to go places that we enjoy or seeing the family members that we're used to seeing, we also are facing some of the burdens of crisis within our finances. We're having crises at home because our kiddos are now at home 24/7. So now we're anxious. Now we're nervous. Now we're actually just bringing in more habits that may not fall into the category of healthy when it comes to your nutrition. What I see is that we're feeling helpless. There's lack of direction and stability, and there's fear of how you will feel coming out of this when it comes to your nutrition. You may have decided, I am ready to eat a certain way, and I'm looking forward to this spring and summer season. And now, since so many things are coming at you, you don't know which way to turn, or you feel like the ground is shaking underneath you. And what we end up doing with that is we start folding back to our comfort zone, or to that zone of safety. And I want to put quotation around safety because it's something that we're familiar with, but when we go back to those places, it's something where we actually want to be. So I want to make sure that I'm providing ways that we can rearrange our eating habits to where it can align with how we're dealing with this particular season. There's no magic potion to it. You can't wake up in the morning and automatically you're wanting to just continue and you're inspired to eat a certain way. But there are tips and ways that you can start working through these to perhaps implement into your life to where you can still create a habit of positive change in your health. If I call it putting your nutrition and health in check. So by putting it in check, this is what I mean by putting it in check. Think about your schedule. When you are your day has maybe a little bit different from what it used to be, but how can you start planning out your meals to where you at least know what you plan to have in your major meals, and start planning out your snacks. If you start planning out your snacks, if you know like at 10:30, at 2:30, you're going to have your trail mix, or you're going to have your nuts, versus those times coming and you find that you're hungry and then you just start finding those bags of chips or you start unwrapping those bags of the candy wrapper, you will find those habits something that you're unconsciously doing. So thinking ahead of time and scheduling out your snacks will allow you to kind of keep a routine, but also allow you to make sure when you're thinking ahead, you're also preparing ahead. So you can prepare for a healthier snack versus just aimlessly having a snack during the day without really having any structure to it. Stay in front of your foods. Stay in front of your foods is one of the quotes that I always say. Know what you're going to eat so that way when the time comes, you're already mentally ready to eat that. Also thinking about when you're eating things, look at your portion sizes. I mentioned the bag of chips. I mentioned that for a reason because we can get that bag of chips and we can keep snacking and there's a bottomless pit until the bag is empty. So thinking about even being proactive and buying pre-portioned snacks so that way you have it with you. That's the exact amount that you need. You won't find yourself going back for second and thirds. Or if you do have a bag, grab you some out of the bag, put it in a bowl, wrap up or close up your snack container and put it somewhere else. Hide it because you want to make sure that you're at least, if you're going to get your snacks in, keeping it within portion size is really what's going to help you to get through this and not find those calories start stacking up on you. So we are going to snack, right? I'm not saying not snack. So we mentioned a portion size and we mentioned thinking ahead. How can we also make sure we're swapping those heavier snacks for our lighter snacks? So just to give you some examples, if you want something salty and crunchy, instead of going for those chips, go for popcorn, go for pretzels, buy them prepackaged so you are snacking on something light. If you want something sweet, right now we're moving into the summertime, into warmer weather. The fruits are going to get more tastier. Grab you some peaches, grab you some berries, grab you a piece of fruit instead of grabbing candy. Another option, we're at home too, and we're going to be drinking. And I know sometimes it can get boring drinking water, and we don't always want to drink coffee all the time. So what ends up happening, we have accessibility to the refrigerator, and if it has soda in it or juice, we find ourselves drinking our calories as well, which contributes to the weight gain, which contributes to the sluggish feeling. Start implementing other beverages that are lighter in calories, like grab you a seltzer water, grab you a tea, make a homemade like lemonade to where you're making out of real lemons, not necessarily a lemon package. Finding lighter beverages too will also play a role in how you're going to make sure the snacks that you're bringing in is lighter in calories. So looking at about how to swap your food versus just necessary, because you're going to snack, so just try swapping. Another point is be forgiving of yourself. Right now, it's a lot going on. I'm not saying to give yourself enough wiggle room to where you are justifying your choices, but be forgiving in how you're going to change. Like, don't create restrictions. Don't say, okay, I'm not going to eat my favorite cookies for 2 or 3 weeks across this whole span that we're going to be at home. You're putting yourself in a miserable position. Don't create restrictions of what you're not going to have. Learn how to transition some of those healthier snacks into your day and still hold on to some of those sweet ones you enjoy, but just don't have them as often. So just learn how to transition versus taking something completely out. And speaking of transition, this is the simplest way I can put it. I call it the 80-20 rule, which means for every unhealthy snack, bring in 3 healthy snacks. That way you're alternating between having that snack that may not be as healthy, but it's very tasty, but also being conscious of making sure that you're incorporating some of your healthy snacks. So have a pattern of every 1 to 3, and you'll find that the 80-20 rule is easier for you to implement than trying to throw all your tastier things away when it comes to the unhealthy foods and feel like you have to eat just only the healthy foods. So I gave you guys several different ways to try to put nutrition in check. Because I want you to recognize that it's about, make sure you're not gaining excess weight. But in my eyes, that excess weight contributes to compromising your health and exacerbating potential chronic diseases down the road. I want you to come out of this not just happy, but I want you to come out of this healthy and confident and knowing that it's just all about rearranging your day, rearranging your life to where it fits into this new dynamic that we're living in right now. So I want to keep you guys encouraged in knowing that there is an end road, but just stay safe and take care of yourself. Also, just for those who are virtual, we all live in a virtual world right now. And I know that I do a lot of work with people individually. Right now, I'm offering virtual nutrition services where we're doing a live one-on-one nutrition consultation. It is something that you think could be valuable for you in this given time. Go to my website at rashondathornton.com/consulting and you'll find a tab at the very bottom that says virtual nutrition sessions. Tap on there. I have several different plans so you can figure out what works for you, because at the end of the day, we cannot let our nutrition fall to the wayside. We still have to maintain our health and maintain the goals that you want for yourself. So follow me, as you know, on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook and learn more things about what I create. Take a look at my book called Play to Win. There's a lot of resources I provide out there for you guys. I want you guys to have the best. Thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this segment, and I will see you guys next time. Well, thank you guys for listening to the Play to Win series. As I'm heading out, I want to recognize one of my partners within this podcast show. Banner Road Baking Company is a company here out of St. Louis, but they are all known for the unique and eclectic ingredients in their granola. They've been labeled as the world's best granola. And I think I know why. Their owner, Ann Croy, she was a former chef, and she's a nutrition and health enthusiast. So she's all about making quality ingredients that's centered towards your nutrition and towards your health. She's also very unique in how she's putting these flavors together. I'm telling you, if you go onto their website, you'll see at least 8 different types of flavors that clashes in a way that you would not have seen in any recipe or any website granola combination. So for example, they have one that's their most popular one. It's called Kickstart. And if you think about the name of it, it's basically a combination of chocolate and coffee. They have another one called Oat Snap. And I think about Ginger Snap. It's a combination of molasses and ginger. And one of their last, the ones that I am fond of, is called Mocha Morning. It's really great for like your oatmeal in the morning, or if you just want to have like a cereal with it. It's a combination of mocha, hazelnut, and malt. So they have some very fun flavors. They have different sizes. You can use it as a snack, or you can send it off to loved ones to make sure that, make sure they're going to get granola, get the good kind, get the healthy kind. Go to their website. And speaking of shipping to your loved ones, right now until the end of April, I believe, if you make any purchases over $25, all your shipping is going to be free. Go to the website, check out some of the products, type in code Stay Strong in capital letters, and you will get that discount and get those products over to your family and friends. Go to the website, check them out at bannerroad.com, and also find them on Instagram at Banner Road, and Facebook, of course, at Banner Roads. Banner Road, they call themselves the world best granola because they take no shortcuts, make no concessions. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. See you next time.